Hello and welcome to the first of our Marble Grand Prix. So we have 30 marbles here ready to fight in these 8 races to become the best of the best. Each one is named either after people I know, references to games that I've recorded, or just random words that I threw together. You can guess which one is which. And we are about to start race number 1. And here we go up front. We have My Body Is Nose, Saucy Porcupine, Loon, B-Wing, and Pico de Galleon. Everyone is coming into the first funnel. Now, what you need to do here is try to lose your momentum so you can cut into the center of the funnel and get out in front of everyone else. Hugging the edges is just going to slow you down and put you at the back of the pack. As they start to swirl down, let's cut down into the bottom of the funnel and see who comes out in front. And here it looks like we've got a close pack here. In the front, we got Saucy Porcupine, Death, Loon, Blink, Plays Overwatch, Candy Mountain coming out into the front 6. And here they come to the first split, with Saucy Porcupine, Death, Loon, Blink, and Plays Overwatch going out in front. As Death has taken the right path and everyone else seems to have taken the left, is this going to let him cut out in front of the others? Well, he comes in right in front into second. Saucy Porcupine is holding the front, with Death, Plays Overwatch, Loon, and Blink following close behind them. As Saucy Porcupine struggles to hold out in front, Death, Plays Overwatch, and Loon are struggling to fight for second, third, and fourth. As they come around the first curve here, Saucy Porcupine's holding in front. Is he going to be able to keep the momentum on this turn? He's holding out in front, but the rest of the pack is coming up behind him as they come up to the first boost straightaway. Saucy Porcupine is holding on to that front, but Death is closing in as they come up to the bumpy road. Saucy Porcupine holds that front, but he's hit the edge and he's lost some momentum as Death is coming in from behind him. And here they are at the Swiss cheese funnel. First one through the hole will cut out in front. And Candy Mountain, Chosen, and Luther have cut out into the front 3, leaving the rest of them back behind as they come down to the second funnel. With B-Wing and Happy Little Guy, what happened to the rest of them? And here we are down into the funnel. You'll get a boost as you're coming down out of the funnel. So we've got new people out in front as everyone else has just fallen behind once they hit the Swiss cheese. Luther has popped out in front of the pack, leaving the rest of them behind. Here comes Rip in second, Stanley in third, and Candy Mountain, who had a lead earlier, following in fourth. And here comes Luther coming out onto the last split. And it looks like he might take a comfortable lead, as Rip, Stanley, and Candy Mountain, Chosen, and B-Wing are following further behind. And here comes Luther, coming down to take first place in our first race. And here's the fight for the next 9 places, with Rip, Stanley, Candy Mountain, Chosen, and B-Wing following into the first 6. And Plays Overwatch, Zen, Pyrat, and King of Omlins following in for the rest of the 10. As the rest of them follow in, Loon has fallen near to the end of the pack. What had happened? He had stayed so close there into the top 4, and has now fallen so far back he will not be getting any points for this race. And here we are for the results of the first race. In the top 10 we had Luther, Rip, Stanley, Candy Mountain, followed by Chosen, B-Wing, Plays Overwatch, Zen, Pyrat, and King of Omelets. And at the bottom 3 we had Loon, Nose, and Eternum. And what had happened to Death, who had held on to the lead for so long? He fell down to 25th place, getting only a single point for that race. We have 7 more races to go in this Grand Prix. Let's see if they'll be able to pick it back up as we head into the second race. And here we are for the second race, the speed run. The marbles are ready at the starting gate, and here we go. As they drop into the first funnel, yet again you want to not hold on to the edges, but they jumped into it. Tan is cutting out in front of the pack, but is he going to be able to lose the momentum enough to be able to cut down in front of him and be the first down the funnel? With King of Omelets and Luther now following into the back. Let's cut down into the tunnel and see who comes out in front. Here comes Tan coming out in front of the pack. My Body Is Nose, B-Wing, Count, Eternum, Strawberry Cheesecake, and Go Fish following behind. We've got plenty of twists and turns. The trick here is going to be trying to hold on to the momentum as you keep hitting those walls. There's going to be a lot of slowdown, and a lot of people are going to be grouping up. You're going to want to try to cut out in front of them and take the inside of the turn if you can, but those speed boosts are going to make that tricky. Nose and My Body Is Nose are fighting for second as Tan continues to hold first place. Here they come onto the bumpy road. You're going to want to try to keep that momentum and keep going down the center. Oh, he's gotten stuck on the pegs, and My Body Is Nose has managed to push past them. Those pegs are going to slow down a lot of people, and we're going to see a lot of position changes here. My Body is Nose sweeps through the second as they start to pack up into the next row of pegs. My Body is Nose continues to pull ahead. Will he be able to get past? He manages to bump it, but he gets through without getting stuck. Looks like Go Fish is coming in for second, as Strawberry Cheesecake is taking the second path. But My Body is Nose is managing to hold on to first as they come into the last split here. Here he comes. He's going to be coming down to another cheesecake funnel, and the first person that gets through this is going to be who gets into first place. It's going to be a mad rush. My Body is Nose pulls into first, and it is a madhouse up above. Pirate comes in, and then the rest are going to come raining down to fill up the next 10. So our top 10 right away is My Body is Nose, Pirate, Strawberry Cheesesteak, Go Fish, Sig, Eternum, Rip, Count, Candy Mountain, and Melv bringing in 10th. And it looks like Luther, B-Wing, King of Omelets, and Stanley are filling in the end of the race. And so again, those first top 10 of the second race was My Body is Nose, Pirate, Strawberry Cheesesteak, Go Fish, Sig, Eternum, Rip, Count, Candy Mountain, and Melv. And the last bottom here were B-Wing, King of Omelets, and Stanley. And what happened to Loon and Death? Loon came in near the end with only a single point for this race, and Death came in at 14th, giving him another 8. And so right now, that brings us up to Rip taking the top in points. You don't need to necessarily keep winning, just as long as you keep within the top 10. We got Rip, Pirate, Candy Mountain, My Body is Nose, and Luther bringing in the top 5 right now. And there's our leaderboard for the second race as we settle in for the third. Here we are for the third race, Endurance Test. The racers are ready at the starting line as they're ready to go into the starting funnel. We've got B-Wing, Count, and King of Omelets right there on the end. And are they going to lose the momentum? Loon is taking out in front right away. He's slowed down enough by slamming into the pack to kill his momentum, and he is now circling the drain there. Tan, King of Omelets, and B-Wing are right behind him, and Saucy Porcupine and Eternum are right now bringing up the rear of the pack. Loon comes out of the funnel first, taking the path to his left, followed by Stanley, Tan, King of Omelets, Count, Spear Collector, and B-Wing. Loon has a comfortable lead right now, but he's slowing down on those curves. It's impossible Stanley and Tan might be able to overtake him as they come out of the curve and come into the joint section, but will they be able to comfortably get past the pegs? Oh, Loon takes a small hit, but he gets through Stanley, Tan. Everyone else has gotten stuck. He's going to get a good lead from that. Oh, B-Wing is coming in. Oh, Spear Collector has gotten the straightaway, and he is pulling into the lead as he comes into the next split. Spear Collector, Chosen, King of Omelets, and Tan are in the front 4 as they manage to take the straightaway to pull ahead. Oh, Loon's on the outside straightaway now. Is he going to be able to keep past him as Chosen pulls out in front now? Oh, we've got the spinning aqueduct there. Chosen pulling ahead. Loon has managed to get into second, but he's being taken over by Strawberry Cheesesteak, and Tan is fighting to take that third place spot from him. We've got a fun swirly slide here as Chosen is managing to pull back ahead, followed by Strawberry Cheesesteak, and Loon is pulled into third now. As Chosen exits out, he's coming to the bumpy road and more spinning aqueducts. It's going to be rough if you want to keep that pace. He manages to scoop through that as he takes the straightaway, as Strawberry Cheesesteak and Loon are following in, desperate to get back into first there. As he gets knocked, Chosen loses his momentum, and Loon is pulling back in front, fighting with King of Omelets for first place. And Chosen and Tan are coming in behind them. And it looks like Loon is taking it for first place. A good comeback from his previous end of the leaderboard finishes. As the rest of the pack finishes, our top 10 here in race 3 is Loon, King of Omelets, Chosen, Tan, Noves, B-Wing, Death in 7th. Spear Collector, Blink, and Pirate. And here comes Melv bringing in the end for race 3. And so at the bottom 3 for race 3 was Zen, Plays Overwatch, and Melv. And this time both Loon and Death made it into the top 10, giving them a good amount of points for the Grand Prix for this race. Now really it's the top 10 get the most points, but once you hit the top 5, you're going to be pulling out ahead. And those extra 35 points for being in first is going to give Loon a good boost up in the leaderboard there. But Chosen looks like he has gotten into third place, which is doubling the amount of points he's had before. So it looks like that's going to give him a good boost up into the leaderboards. And here we go into race number 4. Race number 4, few will survive. The racers are ready at the starting gate. And here we go into the starting funnel. They jump off the ramp and into the wall. Who's going to lose that momentum first? Vanilla Swirl, a name we haven't had mentioned yet, is coming out in front. Oh, but he's going too high, and B-Wing is cutting inside of him, and he's going to be trying to get into that funnel. Pyrat coming in again, losing that momentum, cutting in front of the others, going to get in there. This is a neck-and-neck fight. Psy, Pyrat, B-Wing are cutting into the funnel. And it is B-Wing, Psy, and Pyrat fighting into first place as they come down the center. We have a spinning aqueduct, and there goes B-Wing. He threads the needle on that, but he has gotten swiped. Oh, Pyrat is cutting out in front. Here we are at the bumpy road as he goes through. Azu and Count coming in behind him with more speed as Count pulls ahead of Pyrat. Azu following close behind with momentum. Oh, and there is a boost ramp. Oh, they are going for it. No one has missed it. We've got a second pathway underneath. Which one will be faster? Oh, it looks like the center ramp up here has many speed boosts to get you to the end. And Pyrat is out. He has missed the jump. Psy taking the first race. So many are missing that landing. It looks like we are going to have too many DNFs here. Count and King of Omelets landing in for second and third, as the rest of the racers are missing that finish line at the end. Oh, so many. Right now, Blink has finally managed to land it, and there goes Noves, and Death is going to DNF there as well. The only ones left are Candy Mountain, Stanley, Amy, and Go Fish. Stanley manages to land it, and so does Amy. And so we only have 6 finishers for this race. It was true, few will survive. And those DNFs will earn all of the 25 racers 0 points for this race. And so the 5 that take away a large amount of points, which will probably boost them up far, far into the leaderboards. Psy, King of Omelets, Count, Blink, and Amy. And here we go into race number 5. Race number 5, the Gauntlet. Ooh, this is going to be a heck of a start, it looks like. We've got them lined up on the edges. The racers are eager to go. As they go out of their starting gates, this is quite a large funnel, unlike the other 4 that we have gone through. Which one's going to be the first one through? Oh, they are all close together, our 30 racers. And here they come, running into the spinning aqueduct. Zen pulls out in front with Azu and Strawberry Cheesesteak, but Azu takes the front. Oh, there they go down the split. And holding that lead. Azu is leading in front through the split path. Sig hits the boost and he flies down the center, through the tube, and down into the bowl. As he exits, he takes a commanding lead. Oh, the pegs are slowing him down. Will it be enough for the other racers to catch up? Here comes Strawberry's Cheesesteak. Spear Collector exits out in front of him, but Sig is holding that lead as he gets to the Swiss cheese funnel. Oh, he's getting caught on those pegs. It's gonna kill him a lot of time. Who will come out first? Strawberry Cheesesteak, Spear Collector, and Sig pop out into the top 3 as they fall. Oh, the spinning aqueduct is knocking them back. Death has lost his lead there that he had in front of the rest of the pack, but Sig, Spear Collector, and Strawberry Cheesecake are holding strong in those front 3. Stanley's hoping to pull out and head. Oh, Vanilla Swirl, what happened to you? Vanilla Swirl has fallen off and has DNF'd for this race. He will get no points for that. Now, Strawberry Cheesecake and Spear Collector are fighting for second. Sig is struggling to get back up in there. He had a commanding lead earlier. Oh, the pegs are slowing them down. Sig pulls into second as Strawberry Cheesesteak manages to hold that. Oh, that is a treacherous fall. You don't want to fall off the walls there. You will get caught in a DNF. Spear Collector has gotten stuck. There he goes. He's managed to push out past that peg. And Strawberry Cheesesteak and Sig keep pulling forward. Sig has gotten caught on the peg, and Strawberry Cheesesteak, oh, he manages to get into the end. Is he going to pull in? He gets into the little cradle. Oh, he's gotten stuck. Sigs, no, he has fallen off. He was too eager to pull up ahead. Noves plays Overwatch. Pico to Galleon. Oh, that speed boost is sending them flying off the wall. They are too eager to pull out in front. There goes Count. Strawberry Cheesesteak and Spear Collector take in for first and second. Oh, and so many of the rest are falling into DNFs. That speed boost that they're hitting is sending them flying off the walls. Amy had too much speed and he's overshot the finish line there. Loon and Death both managed to hit the finish line, pulling into third and fourth. That will give him a good boost up the leaderboards. There goes Zen falling off. And we still have some stragglers back here. Candy Mountain and Happy Little Guy. Candy Mountain hits the jump. He lands in there. As they fall into the cradle, and they gently fall in. And Happy Little Guy misses the landing, and he will DNF. And Candy Mountain, all he has to do is fall into the cradle and gently reach the finish line, and he will take 10th place for race number 5. And it looks like our top 10 here will be Strawberry Cheesesteak, Spear Collector. No! Candy Mountain, you spent too much time! And he DNF'd due to time out. So our top 9 and the rest of the 21 racers DNF'd due to that speed boost. We had Strawberry Cheesesteak in first, followed by Spear Collector, Loon and Death in third and fourth, Melv, Stanley, Eternim, Chosen, and Pyrat bringing in 9th place for race number 5. The only person who had a repeating win, Loon, managed to pull into third place. He looks like he's gotten quite a few points there. And here we go into race number 6. Eye of the Storm. Here we have another new event. Yeah, another new happening. We've got weather here. Well, the racers are eager to get started. We've got another big funnel here for them to slide in. And they're off as they slot into their tracks. They begin the spin down. As they circle the drain, each one of them is eager to pull out in front. They are dancing around that edge. Who is going to be the first one to drop? Stanley pulls out in front. And there they go, fighting as they split down the pathways. It's hard to tell who's in front. Oh, Stanley manages to pull out a lead as he pulls into the Swiss funnel first. Oh, but plays Overwatch, drops straight through the center. Oh, but King of Omelets Go Fish and Sig managed to pull out ahead of that. Oh, but they hit the wall and they lose their momentum as B-Wing and Noves pull into this funnel here. B-Wings and Noves circle the drain. Stanley close behind, wanting to take back that lead. Here they go down the bumpy road. B-Wing in front. Stanley pulls past Noves for second, and Noves takes it back. They fly through the storm. Empties them out into the cradle. Oh, and Rip manages to miss. Oh, Azu. Death has DNF'd again. Happy Little Guy. B-Wing and Melv are now fighting. Melv takes the speed boost for a commanding lead. And B-Wing following close behind, and there is Noves coming in third now. Here's the spinning aqueduct. B-Wing gets caught. Oh, Candy Mountain, Spear Collector, and Saucy Porcupine are now out, and Melv takes first place. And Noves had second, but King of Omelets passed him at the end there. And Go Fish for fourth. Here comes Stanley. Top 10 still. He didn't fall too far behind there. And Luther, Sai, and Loon again in number 8. And then finished with Amy and Zen to round out our top 10. And there's Eternum and Chosen. Are they going to be able to outrace the timer here as it closes in behind them? Eternum manages to hit the speed boost and Chosen goes down the straightaway. Oh, Eternum hits the wall and loses his momentum, so Chosen, manages to hit stuck on the aqueduct. He's struggling, and Eternum manages to pull ahead as Chosen loses his momentum. And looks like Eternum manages to get in before the DNF catches to him, and Chosen falls in right behind. We had 23 finishers. The ones who DNF'd: Saucy Porcupine, Spear Collector, Candy Mountain, Happy Little Guy, Death, Azu, and Rip. And our top 10 here: Melv, King of Omelets, Noves, Go Fish, Stanley, Luther, Sai, Loon, Emmy, and Zen. And here we go, going into race number 7. Here we are, Devil's Chaos. Ooh, looks like we're going to have a bit of a pachinko machine here. The racers are eager to go. And they're dropping. Oh, Blink falls all the way through, and Azu right behind him as they both get the speed boost and pull out into first and second. Blink manages to thread the needle on the aqueduct. Oh, here's another new obstacle for them to encounter. Oh, and so many people got stuck in the center. But Happy Little Guy, Strawberry Cheesesteak Count, Go Fish, and Melv pull out of the pack, and they are the first to the Swiss funnel. But too many racers have gotten stuck here before. Sai manages to drop out first. Happy Little Guy and Vanilla Swirl manage to miss the drop, and they are out. Stanley is now out as well. Sai pulls in front of the pack with Death, Blink, and Strawberry Cheesesteak, and Amy DNFs too as well. As Sai circles into the bowl and exits out into the nice little slide. He's out in front of the pack by a nice comfy lead, but Blink and Death I do not think want to let him hold there. Well, looks like we've got some more new obstacles. A boost that slows you down and will send you back if you're stuck there for too long. Sai gets stuck in the pegs as Blink and Death manage to finally pull past him, with Strawberry Cheesesteak taking a third, and Sai has fallen to fourth. Melv and Chosen following behind, but Melv got caught in the poles. He's getting stuck there. And Blink and Death are following right into first. Here they are inside the Devil's Tail. Blink taking a comfy first, but Death and Strawberry Cheesesteak are coming right behind them. And Blink will be the first one to exit the pitchfork into the back of the Devil's Head. And there is Death and Strawberry Cheesesteak. I don't think Death is wanting anyone to take the lead in this Devil's race here. As Death takes a side route, it looks like he's taking a lead here. Death is taking the lead here as he exits into the lava fields. Sig has now DNF'd. I don't know what happened to him. Ooh, Death, it looks like you're going to be on a long spiral down. Ooh, each different path is a different torture from hell. Azu is taking the elephant's trunk up and out into the Swiss funnel, and too many people have gotten. Strawberry Cheesesteak manages to thread the needle and get... Blink managed to thread the needle even further and cut far ahead of the pack. And Death is stuck on that spiral down. What seemed like a considerable lead has now made him fall further and further behind. Loon and Count are now both out, and Blink and Azu have a demanding lead. Strawberry Cheesesteak coming in with a shortcut to come into third. Oh, I see. So once you finish that, then you get to cut through past the rest of that. And Azu has fallen backwards. Oh, I see. Too much speed, and she ended up going up the other side. And there goes Blink, swerving through the pegs and up to the last aqueduct. Blink threads the needle through the aqueduct, and it looks like he'll take first place in the semi-final race. Azu, Chosen, and Death has pulled into fourth. He didn't stay too far behind, it looks like. And there goes Death, cutting past Azu for third as Chosen falls into second. Azu's coming in for fourth. And taking up the rear of the survivors, plays Overwatch and Pico de Galleon. looks like it was another race with many casualties. And Pico de Galleon getting caught in the aqueduct. And plays Overwatch uses the aqueduct to boost them forward. As Pico de Galleon loses all momentum as he keeps getting pushed back again and again. And here comes the DNF timer. With Pico de Galleon going to be able to pull up ahead and not... Oh, there he goes. And he manages to safely land into the finish line. Of our 30 racers in the semifinal race, only 17 of them finished. And so only 17 of them get points to move them up the leaderboard. Our finishing top 10 was Blink, Chosen, Death taking a good third place, followed by Azu, Zen, Go Fish, Strawberry Cheesesteak, Melv, Zai, and Luther. And so many racers did not get any points. And so following that, using the points, we'll be able to see who's currently winning after the 6 races, since this does not apparently add in the points that they just currently earned. King of Omelets taking in first place after the 6 races with 108. Chosen only having 75 in second place. That's a 30-point lead for King of Omelets. Strawberry Cheesecake in third, Melvin fourth, and Sai in fifth. Those are our top 5 to watch here. And as we move in to the final race. And here we are starting with another pachinko drop. The Raging Pin, the racers are ready. And we begin the final race. Sig and Go Fish and Amy following into the front of the pack. Oh, and Amy and Go Fish immediately fall off the edges, followed by Candy Mountain. Azu and Chosen following after that. We've already lost 5 of our 30 racers onto the Raging Pin. Happy Little Guy's the first to enter the peg spinner. As he exits, he comes to the split. And Spear Collector and Pico de Galleon following in second and third behind him. We've got a DNA crisscross here. They're struggling to get down there after losing their momentum, but Happy Little Guy takes the slide down, and he continues on his way, followed by Spear Collector, Blink, and Pico de Galleon. Nove's cutting through them as he keeps his momentum, and Saucy Porcupine coming in as well. Happy Little Guy and Spear Collector are speeding forward past the pegs. Happy Little Guy stuck, and he has gotten shot back up. He has managed to stay on. Oh, Blink, Sig, My Body and Nose. So many people following off from the pegs, boosting them off. Count has missed as well, and Saucy Porcupine pulls out in front of them. Pico de Galleon, Pyrat, Luther, Tan, Zen. So many of the racers are falling off these tracks. Melv gets a huge speed boost, but he loses it as he falls off the edge. Spicy Porcupine's coming up to the Raging Pin. Saucy Porcupine makes it over and is shot up into the sky and down into the funnel. Death has now DNF'd as well, as Saucy Porcupine takes first place in the final race. Vanilla Swirl DNF'd. Looks like we only have at most 9 people that can finish this race. Eternum and Noves, it's going to be a fight for who can get into the funnel to reach second place. Eternum takes it as he falls in, and Noves right behind him for second and third. As we watch the funnel, Happy Little Guy and plays Overwatch fall down the funnel to take fourth and fifth. Oh. Here comes Strawberry Cheesesteak, Rip, and Spear Collector, with Loon coming in at a 9th. All he has to do is manage to pull out of there before the DNF gets him. Oh, Loon did not manage to get out of there in time, and he will DNF as well, meaning only 8 racers finished the final race. And our 8 finishing racers were Saucy Porcupine, Eternum, Noves, Happy Little Guy, Plays Overwatch, Strawberry Cheesesteak, Rip, and Spear Collector. Our third place was Chosen, with King of Omelets coming in second. Who is our winner for first place? Strawberry Cheesesteak. Strawberry Cheesesteak managed to pull ahead by 5 points. with King of Omelets coming in at 116 total, followed by Chosen, Melv, and Psy for our top 5. Death and Loon were 1 point apart in 9th and 10th, with Death coming in at 9th place. A beautiful first Grand Prix for our marbles. If you have any suggestions for marble names to input, put that into the comments for me. And I hope that we start another Grand Prix that will be just as exciting, if not more so, than this one.